If it's one thing that I am grateful for in my mother's transition, it's me being here and not in California when she transitioned. A lot of people tell me that I'm strong and that they don't know how I do it, and I just think that I'm only strong because of the positions, and I do believe that you have to be careful what you pray for. And me living in California, I always prayed that I didn't lose someone of like significance, like while I was in California, because I didn't want to have to fly home knowing that someone passed away, or like I didn't want to have to wait and feel hopeless. And so one thing I am very appreciative of is that the Lord allowed me to be with my mom when she passed. You know, um, I'll never forget that day, no matter what. No matter how old I get, I'll never forget the day my mama passed away. I'll never forget my niece's voice telling me that my mom is not responding. I'll never forget me pulling my mama out the car, doing chest compressions and doing CPR mouth to mouth. I'll never forget these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never forget my mama body stiffening up and her stomach getting hard. I wouldn't, it's never, I will never forget these things. But I will never, I don't think I could have lived with myself if I wasn't there to do those things. If I wasn't there to give my mama CPR, I don't think, because that would have just, I would have felt like I could have saved her. You know, and with my mom, it's like, this is what kills me with it. And I'll be honest. 3 months prior to my mom actually dying, my mom had a health scare. And I wasn't supposed to be in town then. I came in town and it was my old high school prom. And I went there because my little cousin it was his prom and I wanted to take him some pictures. You know the whole thing. And some strange reason, man, I went home and I was like, man, let me just go check on my mom. And my mom, she was outside. When I pulled up, she was coming outside. And she had a bag of trash in her hand. And she was walking to the trash can. And I asked her, like, Mom, you want me to throw that away? And she was like, nah. But she told me, she was like, it feel great out here, right? I'm like, yeah, it feel good. And I was like, yo, you won't sit out here? She like, nah. And I'm like, all right. She was like, I'm about to go in my room, watch TV. And something just told me to go inside. I could have left. Something just told me go inside. I go inside and I get a Coke. And I sit down and my mama screamed my name. And the way she screamed my name, I knew something was wrong. Like I just knew something was wrong. And when I got to her room, she told me these exact words. If I'm lying, I'm dying, bro. My mama told me I can't breathe. Listen, dog. Y'all don't understand. My mama told me herself, I can't breathe. Help me. And I'm doing everything I can. And I'm no doctor, I'm no nurse, but I'm doing whatever I think I can do. I got the asthma machine, I got cold water. I'm panicking, but I'm calm, but I am trying everything in the book. I get my mama outside and the wind is blowing. I got her on the asthma machine and she's telling me, she said, Travis, if the ambulance don't get here within the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'ma die right here. See, y'all be asking me how I'm so strong and how I'm just getting through this. Nigga, if you ain't never have your mama tell you she dying, then you can't judge the pain, or you can't judge the journey. My mother told me out her own mouth, if the ambulance don't get here ASAP, I'm going to die right here. When the ambulance, when they got there, EMS arrived. And what ended up happening is the man walked up and he asked my mom, like, hey, are you all right? Can you walk? And I'm like, Mom, you can walk. And my mom said, yeah. As soon as mom put her first feet on the ground, she lost her balance. So we carried her to the ambulance. We carried her to the back of it, put on a stretcher. When they put on the stretcher, my mama flatlined. When they put her on the stretcher, she flatlined. And I screamed her name so loud, she popped back up. And the EMS guy, when they got her vitals regular, he got out the car and he told me, he said, listen, we got 32 minutes to get her to the hospital and on a machine, or she ain't gonna make it. We got to the hospital, we got on the machine. You know, she made it. She come out on top. You know, and I think for me, what hurts so much about my mom's death is that I saved her the first time. And so, needless to say, I thought I could save her the second time too. And it didn't work. It didn't work. Like, I don't know why it didn't work. I question myself all the time about, did I do everything that I could have done? Did I exhaust every option? Like, did I really do CPR hard enough? Did I really like give it my all? And even though I know I did, I still question it. Because if it worked the first time, why didn't it work the second time? I don't know. I don't know. And I commend my brother a lot. Like, people always say, yo, Trav, you real strong. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, I appreciate that. But even for the funeral, I had my mama funeral 7 times before the funeral. Like, you know, I was like, you know, playing in my head. Like, I had the service so many times that when the actual service came, shit, it was, you get what I'm saying, man. But my brother, though, my sister, like my brother, we called him on the phone. So the call that I'm afraid of, he actually got, you know, and I can only imagine how helpless he felt in that. And having to hear, you know, your mother is dying or your mother died over the phone versus you exhausting all your options to doing whatever you can do for her to, you know, to survive it, to make it out of it. So it like I said, it's very hard. Even with my sister, like, my mom died at your house. You know, so like, what a memory, right? Like, that shit tough. You did. But I do, like I say, I do find, I'm not gonna say peace, man, because I don't find no peace in my mama being gone. I'm not even gonna front. But I do find comfort in knowing that I was here opposed to me being away. Because I think I would have crashed out if I wasn't here. And, in California, I ain't nobody with me, it's just me. So I think, in a weird way, you gotta appreciate some parts of it.